Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys are having a great day and I hope that August was amazing for you guys. I am so excited to share my August favorites with you guys because I've been loving a lot of different products. So don't forget to let me know in the comments below which products you guys have been loving so I can check them out. And also make sure to let me know if there are any specific videos that you want to see on my channel during September. So I have two different eyeshadow palettes that I have been loving this month. I've been using them every single day. So if you guys follow me on Snapchat, you already know about this one because I've been talking about it non-stop. But this is my Coastal Scents eyeshadow palette. So Coastal Scents is known for having like a bunch of different eyeshadow palettes, but I never realized they had single shadows on their website until one of you guys left me a comment telling me to try them. So I tried them out and I am honestly in love with them. So this palette consists of 12 different shadows that I purchased separately and then I stuck them in a palette to form my own perfect palette. I definitely love like warm neutral colors, so that's what I chose. But I've been loving these because they're a little bit more of a dry formula, which is different for me. I love the ColourPop shadows, which are kind of like a cream to powder shadow, and I love Urban Decay and Lorac, and those are really smooth and buttery. So that's why these surprised me because they are a little bit more dry, but they're still so pigmented. They blend out beautifully, and I kind of like that drier formula, especially with the matte shades because they just blend really nicely. But at the same time, they don't blend away. Sometimes I feel like with really smooth or buttery shadows, they tend to blend away or you just kind of get a muddy mess. I feel like these shadows are just amazing and I cannot believe the price. They are available for $1.99 each, and then occasionally they have a 99-cent sale. So that is a great time to stock up. Make sure you guys let me know in the comments below which shades are your favorite so I can check them out. So many of you guys have been snapping me pictures because you purchased a bunch from the 99-cent sale, and I've been loving seeing what palettes you formed. I'm thinking about doing a whole video on these shadows, either like a swatch video or a get ready with me or something like that. So if you do want to see that, let me know in the comments below. The next palette that I've been loving is the Meet Matrimony palette from theBalm. This is full of 9 different matte eyeshadows, and I love the formula of these shadows. I love the shades in the palette, and I've been using it non-stop. So I actually tried out this palette and the Meet Matte Nudes palette this month, and I ended up decluttering the Meet Matte Nudes palette from my collection because I feel like I just wasn't reaching for the colors. They didn't really appeal to me as much as the colors in this palette, but I feel like the formula in both palettes is similar. So depending on which shades you might like one better than the other one. I think the Meet Matte Nudes palette is still available. If it is, I'll link it in the description box below along with this one. But I just love the shadows in this palette specifically for fall. If you are a person that likes to change up their shadows seasonally, you are going to love this for the fall. It has so many beautiful colors in it, and I've really mainly been using these 3 lighter shades because you have a perfect lid or highlight color, a perfect transition color, and a perfect crease color. So I feel like I cannot get enough of it. I've been using it non-stop, and you get a ton of shadow in this palette. So my favorite ColourPop shadow this month is in the shade Porter. This was created by Kathleen Lights, and it is the most beautiful shade for fall. So if you are already into fall eyeshadow looks, you need this in your life. It's just a really beautiful red with a little bit of brown to it, and it has some gold glitter, and I feel like once it's on the eye, the gold glitter doesn't really show up harshly. It kind of gives your eyes a nice golden sheen. I absolutely love wearing this with the Balm Desert as like a transition shade and then a brown in the crease. I feel like it is so pretty. I wore it in my Ipsy versus Play by Sephora video, so if you want to see what it looks like on the lid, I'll link that video in the description box below. But I love it so much. So if you're looking to add a ColourPop shadow to your list, that's a great option. So I've been wanting to do a video on my favorite Real Techniques brushes, so I've been trying all of my Real Techniques brushes out over the past month, trying to decide which ones are my favorite so I can really give you guys my best recommendations. But while I was doing that, I discovered like my ultimate favorite, and this one is the Real Techniques number 100 brush from their Bold Metals line. I am honestly in love with so many of the brushes from the Bold Metals line, and I remember when they first came out, people were a little bit hesitant because they are a lot more expensive than just their regular brushes, but I feel like there are a few brushes in the line that are totally worth the splurge. I have so many favorites from the line, and this is one of them. This one is technically either like a face brush or a blush brush, but I use it for contouring, and I feel like it just fits perfectly in that cheekbone area. The shape is so perfect. It really helps to blend any powder out beautifully, and I love it. It makes it effortless, and it's just so easy to use. So I will have more information about this in an upcoming video, but I definitely had to mention it. I have absolutely been loving the Essence Sun Club Matte Bronzing Powder. They have 2 different options, one for lighter skin and one for darker skin. I have the one for lighter skin, and I feel like if you have a fair skin tone, this is a great option for you. If you have anywhere from even like a light to medium or medium to deep skin tone, this will not show up on your skin because I have pretty light skin and it shows up on me but very subtly. So that's the reason why I like it. I feel like sometimes with bronzers, it's hard to find one that's not too orange or too dark or too deep. if you have a fair skin tone. So if you do have a lighter skin tone, this is a great option for either bronzing up the face or lightly contouring. The powder itself is super soft. So it's very blendable, it's very subtle, and I just think it looks beautiful on the skin. The only thing is that this does have a slight scent to it, floral perfume scent to it, which isn't the best scent. It's not super unpleasant, but if you are really sensitive to scents, you might want to keep that in mind. But I feel like if you're just looking for an affordable option, it might be worth trying out. So I just did a video on underrated e.l.f. products. I'll link it in the description box below if you want to check it out, but this was one of the products and I've been using it almost every single day this month, and it is the e.l.f. Beautifully Bare Total Face Palette. So this comes with a highlighter, 2 blushes, and a bronzer. Again, I would say this is definitely targeted toward people with fair to light to medium skin tones, because if you have a darker skin tone, these probably won't show up very well on you. The highlight would look really beautiful on you, but the bronzer and the blushes might be a little bit too subtle. This is a sheer palette, so these aren't going to go on super pigmented. They're going to give you a really sheer, natural look. I never really knew that I was a fan of sheer face products. I always want something to be super pigmented because I feel like when I spend the money, if it's more pigmented, it's a better value. I don't know why. I think with shadows that definitely makes sense, but with face products, sometimes you just want a sheer wash of color. So I feel like this palette is a great option. So I've been trying out a new foundation this month. I actually redeemed this because it was available as one of the rewards on the Ipsy website, and I got a few different shades because I wasn't sure which one was going to match me, but it is the new Hourglass Vanish foundation. So if you guys have Ipsy points, definitely head over and see if it's still available, because I think this retails for like $40, so it's a great reward. So I thought I would try it out, and I like it. I'm on the fence, but it's in my favorites video because honestly I've been using it every single day, so part of me obviously loves it. I love it because it is super full coverage. It covers everything on my face, it evens my skin tone out, and it's so easy to use. I've never tried a stick foundation, but it's so easy to use. You just apply it to your skin, blend it in, and you're good to go. The problem is that I don't necessarily know that it's great for oily skin. I feel like the second I apply it, I have almost this glow to my skin, but it looks like a greasy glow at the same time. So I set my face with powder, it goes away, but throughout the day my skin looks super oily. It holds up well and it doesn't break down on your face, so you don't have weird patches or unevenness. It looks great, it just looks oily. At the same time, if you struggle with any kind of texture or large pores, this is really going to enhance them. So I feel like for me, because I have oily, acne prone skin, it's probably not the best option, but if you have normal skin, you will love this. I feel like even if you have dry skin, but you don't necessarily have like dry patches or dry areas on your skin, just dry skin in general, this might be a great option for you. But I love the coverage so much, so I don't want to give it up. I don't know, I had to mention it. It's kind of like a confusing favorite, but I've been using it every single day, so I feel like it is a favorite, but I don't know, I have to keep playing with it. I have been using this primer every single day. It is the Smashbox Photo Finish Primer. I have so many primers in my drawer right now because I've just been trying out so many, and I love so many, but this one is my absolute favorite. It's my go-to. It just smooths over your skin, over large pores, over acne scarring, and it just helps your foundation to go on so beautifully no matter what foundation you're wearing. So if you guys haven't tried this yet, I definitely recommend it. Sometimes Sephora has like a little sample size when you go through like the checkout lane. If you look like to the right or left, you might be able to find like a smaller size to at least try it out before you purchase the full size, but it's a great option. I am back to using my NYX HD concealer. This one is in the shade 02 Fair. I honestly love this concealer so much. I was using the Too Faced Born This Way for a second, and I still like that one, but I missed my super full coverage concealer. This one is so full coverage. It goes on beautifully. I blend it out with a damp beauty blender, and then I bake it with a loose setting powder, and it will not move. The first place I get oily is like my nose and cheek area, and this holds up all day long. So I definitely recommend this, and it's so affordable. And my last favorite is the JULEP Buildable Lengthening Mascara. JULEP just came to Ulta, and I had a coupon code. I'll link it in the description box below if it's still valid. It's not an affiliate link or anything like that, but they did give me one, so I'll link it below. But I love this mascara. It is amazing. It makes your lashes so long, and it totally separates them, makes them long and gorgeous, and I have the shortest lashes in the entire world, so if it makes my lashes long, I can only imagine what it's going to do for your lashes. And I think it's great for the bottom lashes because it really grabs onto each individual lash, coats them, and it's just beautiful. I love this mascara. I've been using it so much. Okay, you guys, that is the end of my August favorites video. I hope this video wasn't too long. I feel like it was long, either that or I just kind of struggled filming it. But thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to let me know in the comments below what you guys have been loving, and let me know which lip products you've been loving, because I didn't really talk about any lip products. Obviously, I need a few of your favorites in my life, so let me know in the comments below, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.